Discover how Serendipity's N-Color tech is pushing inkjet boundaries. Join us for exclusive insights with Sandstone Software CEO, Bob Murphy. Hello and welcome to an overview of color profiling using Serendipity's N-Color technology and maximizing the color gamut for inkjet printers and how the same principles can be applied to the new generation of inkjet presses. Today, we were able to interview CEO of Sandstone Software, Bob Murphy, who are the international distributors, to learn how his team are breaking the norms when it comes to using and driving inkjet devices for the packaging sector using expanded color gamut inksets. Let's take a listen. Bob, in simple terms, what have you come up with?
Thanks for having me. At Sandstone Software, we've developed a method to fine-tune and optimize print quality by utilizing CGAT's modified test charts found under assets in the X-Rite i1 publisher application. These charts are specifically designed to capture the color space of the CMYK+OGV inksets, leveraging Serendipity BLACKMAGIC's direct driver for both Epson and Canon printers to achieve the widest gamut and highest quality output.
Can you break down how it works for our audience?
So we spent time printing and analyzing various combinations of orange-green and violet inks when printed on top of each other. This allowed us to see how different inks and media coatings react, pushing the color gamut even further.
And for the printing industry, why do you think this is so important?
For us, it's all about achieving the widest possible color gamut with the largest volume. By optimizing the ICC profile, we can reproduce and pass almost all of the Pantone 1846 colors accurately without iteration. This is a game changer for print quality and certification.
So who benefits most from this and how can they get involved?
The packaging industry is rapidly migrating to inkjet presses with expanded gamut inksets with a view to being more efficient and reducing cost, especially in the pre-press area, and reducing the approval process before going to press. Printers and brands are looking to future-proof the color process and start adopting this technology now.
What's the key breakthrough in using expanded color gamut inksets for inkjet print devices?
The biggest achievement is being able to maximize ink laydown across all inks without over-inking on different media substrates. Serendipity's paper profile technology allows the user to control the different droplet sizes based on media coatings, ensuring the largest color gamut can be obtained.
What are the two major benefits of using a larger color gamut with inkjet print devices?
Well, a larger color gamut means we can reproduce more Pantone colors and reproduce images that have a higher range of color with greater visual impact. Plus, it gives brands the ability to create unique new colors for their packaging design. This is achieved by using channel slide controls in the Serendipity special color set application to modify the device values.
Are we seeing a measurable increase in Pantone coverage?
Yes. We can now hit almost all of the Pantone 1846 colors. This is without requiring iteration adjustments. This saves time during the pre-press and approval cycle. Serendipity's TrueSpot iteration offers the user the ability to iterate complete spot color libraries on multiple medias quickly and efficiently in one pass without the need for multiple attempts.
So then that leads me into my next question. How does Serendipity BLACKMAGIC help commercial printers adopt ECG?
Serendipity's direct driver technology, combined with its N-Color engine, provides all the tools to optimize color management before printing, ensuring accurate results every time on various media substrates.
So Bob, what else does Serendipity have to offer for the EGC process?
Serendipity's TIFF driver that comes standard with BLACKMAGIC Bureau provides the user with the ability to create 7-channel separations based on the 7-channel press profile. The results are impressive to say the least. So I'd like to invite the listeners to send us an RGB image and we will return a multi-channel TIFF, Photoshop, PSD or PDF file back containing the 7-channel separations so you can see the impact. Our website also has a flipbook presentation on the TIFF driver and its capabilities.
So for those who might want to try this with their Epson or Canon printer with CMYK+OGV inks, how do they get started?
We happily can supply a database setup that is complete with a paper profile with applied maximum ink levels along with ink limits, linearization, and a 7-channel ICC profile. The user simply creates a new linearization and prints the standard test chart. After observation, we can then determine the next steps.
How many patches do you use to create an N-color target?
We started with the X-Rite I1 profiler workflow containing 2,170 patches, which comes within the assets of the X-Rite I1 profiler application. Using the CGUTS format, we adjusted the characterization data set and added patches totaling 2,399. This allowed us to optimize the ink laydown on different medias and achieve the largest gamut with a volume size of over 800,000.
What inkjet printer do you think replicates the closest to inkjet presses for the packaging sector?
In my opinion, the Canon GP series replicates inkjet presses best, as it does not include light cyan and light magenta.
Is it possible to use current open source characterization charts to achieve a large captured color space and volume size?
That's an interesting question. Yes, you can, however. I believe the first step is to observe and understand how the ink droplet sizes react with different inks and media coatings. The information from measured data greatly assists to create tailored characterization data sets that will optimize and produce the largest gamut.
So Bob, do you think it's possible to obtain the same volume size using an inkjet press with CMYK+OGV?
It is possible, however. It depends on the pre-media coating and its ability to hold the required ink levels.
Does the Serendipity BLACKMAGIC paper profile application have the ability to turn off different inks and reorder the inks?
Yes, individual ink channels can be turned off if necessary and also reordered. This is especially handy when the red and pink ink channels of the Canon GP series need to be turned off in order to replicate the expanded color gamut process.
Are there noticeable differences between the Epson and Canon printers using expanded color gamut inks?
Yes, there are differences. Both printers perform well and produce a large gamut. The green colorant of the Canon has a different U angle that provides a slightly wider gamut in the green region. There are many positives with both of the manufacturer's products.
With recent advancements, how close are we to achieving full Pantone color reproduction using small target patch sets with inkjet presses?
I believe we're nearing the ability to process and print a great majority of the Pantone colors using 400 to 600 patches. These smaller patch sets make it ideal to embed automated spectrophotometers, enabling measurement of the linearization and creating ICC profiles for different medias.
Can you use the same chart for different inkjet printers?
Yes, you can. However, it's best to optimize the characterization data set where possible, as the ink viscosity of the inks can vary between manufacturers, just like the difference of the green colorant between the Epson and Canon printers.
Do you offer courses on how to create and optimize men color profiles and create characterization datasets?
Yes. We offer courses for users with our BLACKMAGIC Bureau software combined with the Epson or Canon inkjet printers using the X-Rite I1 published software. Please contact us through our website.
What is your baseline certification for the ECG process?
The Fogra 55 specifications are a well-established set of standards, so we follow those guidelines. However, this can vary depending on the pre-coat using on the media. Tailored certification standards with reporting can also be established.
So Bob, where is the future heading after DRUPA and in the years ahead?
At DRUPA last year, we all witnessed the inkjet press revolution, with many new jet press manufacturers entering the market covering the commercial packaging, label and corrugated sectors. This also included the new generation of flexo presses from CYMK and Uteco using expanded color gamut inksets. There were only a few conventional presses on show. The future is now to have precision color management driving inkjet presses using 4-color NSE ink sets, especially for the packaging sector, where Pantone color accuracy brand and certification is essential.
Thanks, Bob, for sharing this insight into expanded gamut printing. It's clear that these innovations will play a crucial role in the future of the printing industry. For those interested in learning more or implementing these techniques, you can do one of two things: subscribe and like our channel, or visit www.sandstonesoftware.net to either get in touch for an obligation-free consultation in integrating this process or to purchase the Serendipity range. Stay tuned for more updates from Sandstone Software.